Okay, ding dongs. If you don't subscribe to Jeremy Ice and Fire, you're gonna spend the night in the box.
Anghkooey.
We're running out of time and we still don't know the rules.
Everything here is impossible, but it's also real.
Saving those children is how we all go home.
There's something else here now. Something new.
Your wife shouldn't have dug that hole, Jim.
And welcome welcome all to the Saturday night pregame show and watch party. And here we go, folks. Here we go. We are just a few hours away, around 2 hours, less than 2.5 hours away from episode 7. And I know that we are all waiting with bated breath to see this next episode. I know I certainly am. We've been hearing a lot of hype, a lot of interesting things surrounding episode 7, people saying that this is a really good one, a really big one. And I'm ready for it. And I know the From fandom is very much ready for it as well. And of course, with this being season 4, episode 7, it offers some interesting other possibilities as well. Obviously, we've been seeing a lot of 4s and 7s all over the show. And speaking right now, we have 147 people in the chat as I'm talking about season 4, episode 7, and all the 4s and 7s. We have literally 147 people in the chat. Wow, awesome. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people were pointing out season 4, episode 7. Are we going to get something in this episode that explains all these 4s and 7s that everybody has been seeing on the show for so long? I don't know. Maybe. I guess we'll see. I'm still looking forward to seeing if the 4s and 7s are going to have any real significance on the actual narrative, or if it is just, background information. But then again, it's kind of hard to ignore after how many of them we've seen, right? I mean, there's been so many 4s and 7s, so I totally understand where people are coming from when they're expecting that to lead to something bigger. So who knows? Maybe we'll get an answer tonight. Maybe we will get an answer about the 4s and the 7s during season 4, episode 7. Yes, that's right, Xavier. 4-7 is here, my friend. The 4-7 is here. I thank you for noticing, Ravener. Thank you for noticing, my friend. Yes, I've been working on my my triceratops muscles. Oh man. And of course, Ravener will be hosting the live watch party right at midnight Eastern Standard Time as soon as the episode is available. He will be in the Discord playing the episode for anybody who wants to hop in there and watch along with him and the rest of everyone else. And then, of course, following that, we will be right back here on YouTube to do a full deep dive into the episode. So we got a full night ahead of us, ladies and gents. We have a full night ahead of us. We got our pregame show, which will last over the course of the next 2 hours or so while we wait for episode 7 to drop. Then I will drop the link into the chat, and everybody can head on over into the Discord for the watch party. And then after the watch party, we will be right back here. Yeah, here we go, guys. 2 hours and 15 minutes away. 2 hours, 15 minutes. And I will pin the link right now. I mean, no point in waiting and building up the suspense, right? I will post the link to the watch party in the chat right now. It will be pinned throughout the night. So anybody who wants to find the watch party link, it'll always be right there pinned to the live chat, and you'll never have to go far to find it. It will be right there. There it is. Watch party. Pin message. There we go. Message is pinned. There it is, folks. At midnight, we will be heading over there into the Discord for the viewing of episode 7. But until then, we have some time to kill. And you know what that means? We want to hear from each and every one of you. What are you guys thinking about episode 7? What are some of your final thoughts, some of your final predictions? Where do you think this story is going from here? Let us know your thoughts and your theories, ladies and gents. Let us know. Let's see what we got in here, shall we? Let's see who we got in here. Rock some socks, some Golem. Yeah, hey, I mean, are we going to see some Golem action tonight as well? That's a very good question. Are we going to see any kind of Golem action? Will this thing come to life? Golem versus NPC Roger. I would love to see that. I mean, again, I think, with them bringing NPC Roger's body back to town, and with that very interesting little scene we have in that one trailer that we haven't seen yet, of Sophia seemingly in that same shed, kneeling over something, saying, it's time to play. So a lot of people have wondered if Sophia is going to raise Roger's body, in a sense, and we're going to have an undead NPC freaking Roger on our hands. Maybe, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see. Let's see what else we got. Scrolling down. Let's see what else we got. What is Jade paid Bazooki instead? And what is the man in yellow is colorblind? Maybe. Again, the whole man in yellow thing is very interesting when you think of, this was his kind of form that he entered the town with during the 1978 timeline. And when PM gets here, we're going to dive a little bit into that because she and I were discussing some interesting stuff surrounding the Man in Yellow entrance of the 1978 timeline and how it kind of relates to Miranda. So I'll wait for her to show up before we dive into that. But some fun stuff ahead. Yeah, I can't wait for Henry to go batshit crazy. Again, it does look like Henry is not in the best of shape, right? We have seen in the trailer, Henry is, he's hearing beeping, he's seeing lights, and it's not looking too good for Henry, for sure. I mean, we saw that he, of course, consumed Sophia's blood in last week's episode, and I think we all know that's not going to lead anywhere good. Wherever this is going, whatever purpose she had for giving Henry her blood, I think we know it's not going to be good. Is not going to be good for old Henry. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is ultimately going to lead to his doom. But before it does, what exactly is her plan? Why did she give Henry her blood? What effect is it going to have on Henry ultimately? And what is she trying to manipulate into happening? So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on with Henry. Yeah, Henry is probably going to be unhinged and start the insanity because he's a puppet of the Man in Yellow. And it could be that. And we discussed a little bit of that possibility last week as well. Not last week, but on our previous stream as well, in terms of Henry potentially going down a similar road as Abby did. Maybe not to the same extent. Abby was able to kind of inflict mass damage on the town because she had a firearm. Henry doesn't have that. But could Henry be heading down a similar road where he's starting to question his reality, where he's starting to wonder, is this real? Am I awake? Am I asleep? Am I in a hospital bed in a coma somewhere? Is that why I'm hearing the beeping? Is that why I'm seeing the lights? Again, when Henry entered Fromville, he entered during a car accident. So what better way to manipulate him into questioning his reality than to make him think that maybe he didn't survive that car crash, or maybe that car crash was a little more severe than he thought and he's laying in a hospital bed somewhere, which some of our other characters have suggested, from the very beginning. Even Boyd has this very same suggestion in season 1 when he goes and visits his wife's grave and wonders, what if I'm laying in a hospital bed somewhere and you and Ellis are just waiting for me to open my eyes up? So I guess I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see Henry go down a similar road where he's going to start questioning his reality and wondering if this is all real or if this is all just a manifestation of his subconscious. After all, he has been looking at all of this stuff for years, for decades. For the last 40 years, Henry has been doing nothing but staring at this place through Miranda's paintings right in his basement. So I suppose it could not be a big leap into making him think that he created this place subconsciously after seeing it for so long. So I think Henry's definitely headed for the loony bin, and I think he's going to start questioning what is real and what isn't. And that should be interesting to see where that ultimately goes. What is the ultimate end game for Henry questioning his reality? Why make him question his reality? I want to see the monsters, the dolls, the scarecrows, the crows, the man in yellow, boy in white, and boy in blue, says Catherine. Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you, my friend. Definitely right there with you. And just based on some of the few stills that were released, it looks like we are indeed getting some monster action in episode 7. That much it looks like we are getting. There is one shot that was released of the granny monster in particular. And we're going to pull that up here and take a look at that here in a minute. But it looks like we are going to get some kind of monster action. And I did come across an officially released sneak peek of episode 7. It's just a quick little 1-minute clip. It's out there. It was released publicly. It's been circulating. I'm sure some of you have probably even seen it already. But it's been making the rounds today. I ended up seeing it. A few people sent it to me as well. And it's just a quick little snippet of season 4, episode 7, a quick little 1-minute preview. And we're going to play that here in a little bit as well and show you guys our little sneak peek of episode 7. And it's an interesting one. It's a pretty interesting clip that I think will cause some interesting discussion, if nothing else. But first, we got Lord Ravener, who has become a new member. Thank you so much, Lord Ravener, for becoming a member of, for re-becoming a member of the channel, I should say. Thank you very much, my friend. And of course, for all of our channel members, we have been getting requests for the the Julie wig emoji. So we did go ahead and make one of those. There is an official Julie wig emoji for all channel members to use. And that's been a fun one. Again, one thing that has been pretty fun about From Season 4 has been all the memes that have come, that have been generated out of the show. Usually the show, every season generates a certain amount of memes that are always kind of funny. Like the Fatima Martin meme was a notorious one from season 2, fucking just hilarious. There's been some really good ones. The Boyd in White was another really good one. The face swap between Boyd and the boy in white, fucking legendary. There's been some really good memes. But I gotta say, I think season 4's memes and season 4's, comedic elements have been the best in terms of all the seasons, just comedically. From Fire Mitts to NPC Roger to Julie's wig, like there has been so many hilarious memes that have been born from this season. So that has been really fun to kind of dive into. You guys have been fucking just making me laugh my ass off every time I jump into that Discord and I see another new fucking Photoshop of Julie's wig on something different. It's been pretty crazy, but very creative. If nothing else, definitely there is a lot of creativity within the From fandom. Just seeing the creativity in these memes alone has been just outstanding. You guys are fucking madmen and mad women. Love it. Absolutely love it. And thank you so much, Ravener, for becoming a member of the channel. And it looks like Greeky is also a new member of the channel as well. Welcome, Greeky. So glad to have you here. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. And again, of course, we have the custom emojis available to all of you. And I owe both of you a glitter bomb. Whoa. A glitter bomb. Whoa. Thank you guys so much for becoming members of the channel. Very, very much appreciate that. Is the episode released yet? No, the episode is not out yet. The episode will be out around 2 hours from now. It is approaching 10 p.m. Eastern here on the East Coast, which means we are around 2 hours away from episode 7. And as soon as it is released, we will be doing a watch party right in our Discord for anybody who wants to pop in there and watch along with us. Everybody will be more than welcome. And thanks to all of the awesome rock stars that we have in our Discord. And I know Ravener, gave them a shout out on our last stream, but I definitely just want to give them another shout out again. Thank you to all of the awesome rock stars in the Discord that have boosted the Discord recently to the point now that we have a capacity of 300 people that can fit into the watch parties. because we were at a capacity of around 150. Discord only lets a certain amount of people in. That's not something we decide. That's just how Discord is set up, unfortunately. But if you boost it enough, you can get more people in there. And thanks to the awesome people in the Discord, we have done just that. And now we can fit 300 people into the watch party, so nobody will be left without a spot. Because I remember last week, there were a few people that weren't able to get in because it reached the 150 limit max, and that made me feel so fucking bad. So I'm really glad that we are at 300 limit capacity now. There'll be plenty of room for everybody, and anybody who wants to watch it can hop in there and join the watch party right when it begins, just after midnight Eastern Standard Time, which again is around 2 hours from now. We are just a little over 2 hours away from the watch party beginning. And yeah, we are going to dive into it. And again, from what I'm hearing, from what I'm seeing from some of the people in the Discord and, just around the fandom, people are saying that episode 7 is a really good one. I haven't seen it myself. I don't get early screeners. I decline early access, even if I'm offered it. I don't like watching the episodes early. I think it ruins the fun for me in terms of like watching it with you guys every week. And then I also like doing theory videos as well. I wouldn't be able to do theory videos if I've already seen the episodes. That would be kind of cheap. But I am hearing just among the fandom that episode 7 seems to be a really good one. And just based off the trailer, just based off some of these stills that they have released, it's looking like we're going to have a very interesting episode here. Very interesting episode. And we're going to take a look at some of those stills. We are going to take a look at some of these officially released stills that show us, a small glimpse of some of the things that I guess we can expect to see in episode 7. But first, we have Joe Black for $9.99. Thank you so much for the $9.99. Very, very much appreciate that. Do you think Boyd figured out story walking by using the torch handle in season 2 to go back to Martin to destroy the music box? Can the items left behind by old residents be used as bookmarks? Ooh, interesting, Joe. Very interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me turn my camera on for this one. That's a very interesting one, Joe. I like this. Now, again, we've been trying to figure out this whole kind of bookmark thing. What exactly is going to work as bookmarks? What is Julie, not figuring out yet? Because clearly her first attempt at trying to find out these bookmarks didn't work. But yeah, I found it very interesting that Boyd had to grab that specific torch, maybe from that specific time period, to access that specific part in the dungeon when Martin was in there. Because we've seen there's, that dungeon seems to be very interesting in terms of the way time works inside that dungeon. Almost like it's kind of, in the middle of some kind of, almost like it's like some kind of access in which other timelines can be visited. And I think that's why Julie was able to kind of reach other timelines from the dungeon in the first place. Even going all the way back to season 3, when she first stepped into the dungeon the first time, we see as soon as she steps out of it, she ends up in the caves beneath town. And at first she ends up in the caves beneath town when Victor and Tabitha were in there. But then as she keeps walking forward, she seems to slip even further back in time, where she ends up what seemed to be during the time of the Anghkooey sacrifice. She could hear the kids saying Anghkooey, and we could see a torchlight coming from an opening in the cave. And, if she hadn't gotten dragged out by Kenny and Acosta, I imagine she probably would have turned that corner and seen the Anghkooey sacrifice for herself. So I think it's very interesting, the whole way that area works, that Martin's area. But no, I like the idea that Boyd's torch is a specific bookmark to that specific time period, and bringing the torch back to it is the only way that he could access the Martin timeline again and the dungeon again. I think that's a very plausible theory. I think it's just as plausible as anything we've heard up until this point. So no, I like it. And if that is the case, like you said, are there other objects from older residents, other things that can be used as bookmarks? And I know many people have pointed out some of the things that Victor buried. We saw all the objects that Victor buried in season 3. He put in the suitcase and buried them at the Boy in White's behest. A lot of people have been wondering if those items can be used as bookmarks, just like a lot of people wonder if Victor's drawings can be used as bookmarks. But no, I like this theory. I like this theory, Joe, in terms of the torch that Boyd had being a specific bookmark for that time period specifically. Because again, it wasn't until he brought that back that he was able to access it again. So it makes sense, if nothing else. If nothing else, I think it makes sense, and I think it's a good theory. I think it's a plausible theory with some interesting evidence to back it up. Awesome stuff. And thank you again for the $9.99, my friend. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Awesome stuff, guys. Absolutely fucking awesome stuff. Yeah, the Martin thing has always intrigued me. I feel like the Martin is, and if anyone's looking for the Discord link, it's pinned to the chat. Like if you actually look at the bottom of our live YouTube chat, there is a pinned message from me. That is the link to the watch party in Discord. You guys can find it right there in the live chat. If it's not there, maybe just refresh your chat and then it should pop up. But it should be right there. But yeah, I think that's an interesting one. Again, Martin has always really kind of intrigued me in terms of just him as a character. We just know nothing about him still. He was very interesting, very mysterious. He kind of presents himself as one thing and slowly kind of turns into something else. I think Martin has been one of the cooler mysteries on the show in terms of finding out what is he. Who is he? Is he really just Martin? Is he, I know a lot of people think he might be the Man in Yellow in disguise, that was really the Man in Yellow the whole time. That's definitely a possibility. But I've always enjoyed the Martin kind of, not just Martin as a character, but that whole kind of dungeon area in and of itself. It's always been a very intriguing aspect of the show that I do hope we get a full explanation on at some point. We'll see. We shall see. I just saw the back rooms without knowing anything about it, and it was great. Abso-fucking-lutely. I watched the back rooms 2 days ago, and it was great. It was great. I did a lot of research into it, going in because I am planning on doing a video on it, breaking down the film. But I thought it was brilliant in many ways. I had a few small problems with it, just a few. But overall, as a concept and as a film and as a vision from a kid that is 20 fucking years old, it was incredibly impressive. Like to see this kid that's just a YouTuber, he was 19 years old when he started this project. And to see the finished version, this feature film, it's incredibly well made, incredibly well produced, incredibly well directed and written. And I'm just super impressed by Kane Parsons. I'm going to be following that kid's career going forward, no matter what he does. And I know he's planning on more backroom stuff. I know he's planning on doing another backrooms film or a backrooms TV show he's talked about doing in interviews. So I would be very surprised if we don't get more backroom stuff. This has been one of A24's most successful releases of all time. There's no way they don't do more of it, especially seeing as Kane Parsons has ideas as to where to take it from there. So yeah, I'll be very shocked if we don't get some more backroom stuff, either another film or maybe even a TV series. But it was good. It was good. Again, I have some problems with it. There are some narrative issues and some character choices that I thought didn't make a ton of sense or maybe could have been explained a little bit better. But I'll explain all that a little bit more in my breakdown. But overall, though, good film. Would definitely recommend watching, especially if you're a From fan. I would say at least give it a shot. It's, the whole concept of the back rooms, liminal spaces is super intriguing. The existential, psychological horror aspect to it is something I think From fans will probably enjoy. But we'll see. Is this going to be the longest episode of the season? All right, let's check. Let's check the runtime for season 4, episode 7, and we will find out exactly if it will be the longest one. No, it's actually one of the shorter ones. This is actually the second shortest episode of the season. This episode, episode 7, Best Laid Plans, is 51 minutes in runtime. That is the second shortest episode. The shortest episode was Merrily We Go, episode 3, and that was 48 minutes. So this one is only 3 minutes longer than the shortest episode in the season. So no, this one's on the shorter end, not on the longer end. Episode 1 was 54 minutes. Episode 2 was 54 minutes. Episode 3 was 48 minutes. Episode 4 was 52 minutes. Episode 5 was 53 minutes. Episode 6 was 52 minutes. And episode 7 was 51 minutes. So 54 minutes has been the longest we've gotten, and that was episodes 1 and 2. That's the longest we've gotten this season so far. So yeah, the episode lengths have been a little bit shorter than usual, but I don't know. We shall see. It's still pretty similar to every other season, give or take a few minutes. Give or take a few minutes. But we shall see. We shall see. I think Elgin does in believing it will help them go home. Yeah, getting a little insight into Elgin's kind of psyche, into his kind of psychological state of mind in the episode 7 trailer was pretty interesting. And I'll play it here for anyone who hasn't seen it. The episode 7 trailer, it is, it doesn't show too much. It's actually one of the trailers that doesn't have a ton of spoilers in it, like some of the other trailers we've seen. But it does give us a little bit of a sneak peek into Elgin's state of mind and how he's kind of viewing things, and how he still, to a certain degree, still believes that this is all one big test. And that kind of indicates to me that he hasn't really learned a whole lot from his run-in with the kimono creature. It seems like he hasn't learned from his mistakes yet. So I think Elgin is very much still susceptible of getting manipulated by something in this place, because he seems to not have learned a damn fucking thing from the kimono creature. But here we go. We will play the episode 7 trailer, and then we will dive into the new stills that have been released. Again, there's some pretty interesting stills that have just come out today, and they definitely point to us getting some monster action in episode 7. We are definitely getting some monsters. But first, here we go. The episode 7 trailer.
What is it? Do you hear that?
So explain to me why you don't have an eye.
We are all being tested.
This part of your test is getting mutilated?
There is a truth behind all of this. When your enemy threat tries to scare you, that means they are scared of you.
Is that the car the man in the yellow suit came here in?
Yeah.
What kind of clues are we looking for?
Oof, there we go. The episode 7 trailer. And again, we got some interesting new images that we're going to pull up here and take a look at. And we have a 1-minute sneak peek of episode 7 as well, which was also released today. All of this stuff was publicly released. It's nothing that was leaked or anything like that. It was all publicly released stuff. You can find it out there. And again, I'm sure some of you have probably even seen the sneak peek of the episode. It's just a quick little 1-minute snippet, and we'll take a look at it here in a minute. But first, yeah, I'm excited. Again, I'm super excited for this episode. This episode does have me a bit more excited than I've been for, some of the previous episodes. It looks like this episode is going to be one that it really kind of dives into some really freaking cool shit. So I'm ready. I feel like we as a From fandom are due a pretty big episode. We haven't really gotten that kind of quintessential big episode that we usually get around midway through the seasons. If you traditionally go back and look at all of the From seasons, usually right around midway, we get a really big episode that tends to be a kind of catalyst for things to play out for the second half of the season. And episode 5 can technically maybe, kind of be considered that, but it really wasn't that. Not like we've gotten in previous seasons anyway. So I'm hoping episode 7 is going to be that episode, but we shall see. But first, we got Cat Harlem for $9.99. Thank you so much, Cat Harlem. Very, very much appreciate you, my friend. Now that Sophie is at Colony House, I think she, along with Patty, will cause the big divide amongst the people. Patty heard Tabitha speak about her relationship with the dolls. Ooh, interesting. Now, again, this is something that a lot of people are anticipating, right? I've heard a lot of fan theories swirling around this kind of idea that this town is going to kind of turn on Tabitha and Jade and Boyd as well. And now it looks like we have even more confirmation of that through what Jade has learned, that yes, the town does turn on Jade. He actually gets killed by the town every freaking cycle. So we are very much heading in that direction of Sophia kind of turning the town against Tabitha and Jade, and probably Boyd as well. Because I imagine Boyd is probably going to do everything he can to protect Jade and Tabitha. So if Sophia is going to turn the town against everyone, it's going to have to be turning them against Boyd as well as Jade and Tabitha, which I imagine she's probably working at doing. So yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting to see what's going on here with Sophia, Colony House, everything. But yeah, along with Patty causing the big divide, I could totally see that being the case. because you know it's going to be Sophia kind of leading that charge. Absolutely. And it's going to be interesting to see who she recruits along the way. What characters is she going to be able to convince to turn on Jade and Tabitha? That's going to be really interesting. Like, we know Sophia's going to be doing a ton of manipulating, but I think for me what's more interesting is who is she going to convince? What people are actually going to turn on Jade and Tabitha? Which ones will Sophia actually be able to get into and get her hooks into? That's what I'm looking forward to seeing. But yeah, could totally see this being the case, Kat Harlem. Could totally see that happening. And thank you so much again for the $9.99, my friend. And I owe you a whoa. Handing out woes like it's going out of style. Love it. Love it. Thank each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. But all right, let's dive into some of these episode stills now, shall we? Again, we got some really interesting new episode stills. These are from episode 7, and they have been officially released. But again, just in case you don't want to see them, if there's anybody that doesn't want to see any more promotional material for episode 7, I totally understand. I figured you guys know me. I always at least like to give a heads up, because I know there are some people that don't like to see trailers. They don't like to see kind of sneak peeks and stuff. So I always try to give at least a heads up. But we are going to be taking a look at these new stills from episode 7. And after that, we will take a look at the 1-minute preview of episode 7 as well. Very interesting 1-minute preview. But lo and behold, the first still is, here we go, this one here. And we saw a little bit of this in episode 6, where our good pal, Acosta, is down in the Colony House basement, playing with the viewfinder. Looks like she's very much enthralled, very much enamored with this viewfinder thing, where she's having a bit of a blast with it. So we got this new image for episode 7. Very interesting. Acosta. Very, very interesting. And yeah, again, I think a lot of us were wondering or hoping that Acosta would maybe find something down there in that basement that would maybe point to Sophia being, more than she is, or some other kind of revelation entirely. But I am hoping that she finds something. If she's not going to find something that exposes Sophia, at the very least, let's hope that she uncovers something that's going to help Jade and Boyd along their way. Otherwise, why stick her down there? Why give her this storyline if it's not going to bear any fruit, if it's not going to go anywhere? So I do have a feeling she will find something. At this point, it's really just a matter of what is she going to find? Something that's going to help expose Sophia, or something more along the lines that's going to help Jade and Boyd, like finding a map of the caves, for instance, or something along those lines, like many people have theorized. Yeah, and yeah, Penelope is 100% correct. Boyd has 47 bullets, so the town better chill. You are 100% right, Penelope. You are 100% correct. The town needs to chill the fuck out. Boyd's got a bullet. Boyd literally has a bullet for each and every one of them. A bullet with each and every one of their names on it, essentially. So yeah, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, town. But no, I mean, I can never see Boyd actually doing that, but it is funny nonetheless. It is funny nonetheless. He could do it if he wanted to. He could do it if he wanted to. Yeah, Fire Mitt's still running loose. I mean, what exactly is going on with Fire Mitts? Exactly. Fire Mitts and the other one. There are still 2 dolls out there that are, AWOL, running amok. We have no idea where they are. We have no idea where they're going to pop up. And I guess that is a question I would love to see what you guys think in the chat. Do you think we will see the 2 dolls that survived make it to town? Like, will they actually make it all the way back to town and become another threat that our townsfolk have to deal with? I mean, now that they do have the totems, it seems like they have a way to kind of dispatch these dolls rather easily. It seems like it was super easy for Tabitha to take that one out. So I imagine they're not going to be like a huge threat, even if they do show up in town. But having them just loose out there in the open is kind of weird, if nothing else. I guess it'll be interesting to see if we see them again and if they do make their way back to town. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Will we see them again? The dolls are going to be like the cicadas. They serve the purpose and will never be seen again. I mean, it could be that. definitely could be the case where we just might not see them again. And maybe the only purpose of the dolls was just to show us as the audience that people's nightmares can indeed get manifested in this place. Maybe that was the only narrative purpose that they were meant to serve. And if that is the case, then yeah, maybe we won't see them again. But I think it would be interesting to see them show up in town. I think that could be pretty cool. Could lead to some pretty cool scenes. Yes, they definitely will. Okay, so we got a little bit split. That's the way I see it, says Diana. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see. I think it will be interesting to see if we see them again. Definitely haven't seen the last of them. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. I feel like NPC Roger is going to animate and run amok, but not sure we'll see the dolls themselves. And I definitely have a feeling that is going to happen. Greeky, 100% agree with you. And again, we have that one scene of Sophia. It was in one of the TV spot trailers that was released a few weeks ago. And that scene hasn't been in any of the episodes yet. So I imagine it's probably going to be in this episode or one of these, 7 or 8, I would imagine. But it's that one scene of Sophia in that shed leaning over what could potentially be Roger's body, saying it's time to play. So yeah, a lot of people are wondering if Sophia is going to animate Roger's corpse. Maybe we'll have to see again. Maybe we'll see the NPC Roger versus Golem action that everybody is so clamoring for. We've seen a lot of comments that people want to see Golem versus NPC Roger, and I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I'll pull up a chair and eat some popcorn and watch along with everybody else. Fuck it. Why the hell not? But yeah, the other dolls wanted no smoke. They really didn't. The other dolls already had all the smoke that they could fucking handle. Fire Mitts was literally still on fire as he was running away. Literally still on fire. So yeah, they don't want any of that smoke. They've already got way too much smoke that they can handle. Absolutely. Yeah, we might not see him again. We might not see them again. Or maybe we will. I guess we'll see. Doll Roger is going to threaten Fatima, and the Golem will jump out the window and land like an Avenger. Yeah, hero pose. That would be fucking hilarious. If nothing else, that would be hilarious. NPC Roger reanimated as Jeremy's nightmare. I mean, is it my nightmare, or is that something that I kind of want to see? Like I feel like another chance for Roger to get his ass kicked again. So maybe that's a good thing, Kristen. Maybe it's not so bad seeing NPC Roger get animated again. Maybe I can see him get have to pay again for all of his sins. Maybe I can look at it that way. Fucking Roger. It's go time, NPC Raj. It might be. It might be go time for NPC Roger. It very well might be. But I love this. I love the idea of the Golem just jumping out of the fucking second fucking story and just boom, Avengers, hero pose and just taking out fucking NPC Roger. That would be hilarious. If nothing else, it would be funny. And speaking of, we got BG Mayu. Thank you so much for the 5. Very much appreciate you, my friend. I am ready for Stitches versus Gumby. It better happen. Hey, again, like I said, I will pull up a chair and watch right alongside each and every one of you. I am not above watching a good old-fashioned prize fight. I've been in a few myself. Not prize fights, of course. But no, yeah, I would love to see this. I think this would be absolutely hilarious. And if they were to do something like this, I imagine it would probably be unintentional comedy, but freaking comedy nonetheless, right? I mean, and I think Ravener always points this out, and he's right. A lot of the comedy that we get on From happens to be unintentional comedy. And I know PM has mentioned the same thing. And I love that. I feel like when you plan out comedy in a horror series, sometimes it can land really flat. But when you have these just naturally unintentional comedic moments, those fucking land incredibly fucking well. So yeah, I'm hoping we'll see something interesting with NPC Roger. Stitches versus Gumby, BG. Stitches versus Gumby. I'm ready. I'm for it. I am for it. Awesome stuff. All right, let's take a look at this next image, shall we? Our next image is one of Boyd and Jade addressing everybody in Colony House. Now, we saw a small little snippet glimpse of this in the actual trailer. Like, we do know at one point Boyd is going to be going to Colony House, and he's going to be probably giving his pitch. We know that Boyd wants to go down into the caves. They want to try and get these bones and see if it is the answer to them getting out. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is Boyd maybe asking for volunteers, or at the very least filling the town in on the plan, what they're planning to do, which I guess, is interesting and dangerous at the same time. It's interesting that, yes, they're trying to brainstorm and come up with ways of doing this, but dangerous at the same time that they're trusting very sensitive information to everybody, to anybody, instead of just keeping that amongst your kind of, your inner circle. But then again, if Boyd needs manpower, if Boyd needs bodies for this mission, he kind of doesn't really have much of a choice. He kind of has to tell them the truth about what's really going on here. And maybe that will be some motivation. Maybe some of these people will hear this story of Jade's and actually think, okay, maybe this is a way out. Or maybe some people will hear this story coming from Boyd and think, okay, you're absolutely fucking crazy. I'm not following you anywhere. I think it's going to be interesting to see how this is received overall. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is the beginning of that split that we see in the town, where we see some people are maybe a little more amenable to kind of believing Jade, and some people are just outright not believing any of it and are thinking that he's absolutely crazy. So I think this is going to be, again, very interesting to see the response that we're going to get from this speech that Boyd is going to give. When Boyd tells the whole town what they're planning, what is the response going to look like, and who is going to respond which way? Again, I think this is the perfect kind of catalyst, the perfect beginning for a big kind of split happening in Fromville. This is the perfect way to start that off. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting to see how this is received overall. How is this going to get received? Where's Clara? I think she's present in one of the other photos. There are some other photos of this meeting as well. We have this one here. Let's see. Is Clara present in this one? No, I don't see Clara in this one either. I do not see Clara in this one either. We got Boyd, we got Ellis and Fatima, we got Christy, Randall, we got Kenny back here, Sophia, Elgin, and Marielle and Bacta. But the rest seem to be extras. The rest all seem to be NPCs. Bunch of fucking NPCs. But I don't see Clara anywhere. I do not see Clara, and that's very unusual for us to not see Clara. Where the fuck's Clara been? Where the fuck is Clara? She's usually everywhere. There's usually multiple of her all over the place. I'm still not 100% convinced that Clara isn't part of triplets or quadruplets in Fromville, and we just don't fucking know it yet because she fucking is everywhere. But yeah, she's not here though. When the one person that is usually always there isn't there, what does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. Does belief have power in Fromville? And I've often wondered this as well, Rob, and I think this is a really interesting question and an interesting discussion to have, because we have seen that this place seems to want to feed on people's hope, giving them a little bit of hope just to kind of take it away. But what other kind of beliefs can this place prey on? Can it prey on your fears, your strengths, your belief in something, your belief in someone? This place almost seems like it just like seeps energy right out of people. Like the very land itself almost seems corrupt or alive in a sense. And now that we are getting more information that people's nightmares can get manifested right into the forest, then yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some certain beliefs might have some power as well. Like if they can use their nightmares, if their nightmares can be used against them, can their hopes and dreams be used as a weapon? I guess, could the opposite be true if they can use their nightmares? Maybe. And maybe that is something that is going to come with just having a little bit more of that inner belief, that willpower that only characters like Boyd really have. But no, I think that's an interesting question to ask. If your nightmares can be used against you, then what's to say your dreams can't be used to your advantage? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. An interesting question nonetheless. Wait, who's Clara again? Clara is the one, she's kind of like a background extra character. She gets some lines of dialogue here and there. I wouldn't exactly call her like an NPC character like the rest of the background characters, but Clara's that one character that seems to be all over the place. She got the the glass in her eye when they were building the tower in season 1. Jade stole her bike in season 1. The character that always seems to be popping up all over the place, always in the background. That is Clara. That is Clara. Yeah, Clara is a mind's illusion. She might be, David. She might just be a mind's illusion. You are right, my friend. You might be right. All right. Let's see what else we got here with some of these other stills. Now, we also have this one here of episode 3. Now, episode 7, excuse me. We do know that at some point they're going to be going to the car junkyard. We know that Victor has revealed that the man in yellow arrived in a brown car. And it looks like they're going to be going to said brown car to see if they could find any kind of answers. Anything that can tell them a little bit more about this man in yellow. Who he is, what he wants, what his plan is. Anything. And we have this shot of them in the car graveyard. Poor Victor, man. Looks like he's been forced to relive some pretty tough stuff. And of course, we have this new image of Henry as well inside Colony House. Now, we know Henry's really going to be going through it in this episode. He's going to be hallucinating, and Lord knows what other kind of adverse effects he's going to have from the blood that he drank. But Henry seems like he's going to be freaking going through it. Henry is going to be going through it. But yeah, interesting stuff. But I guess, and again, I won't spoil it for anybody because MGM already spoiled it themselves for everybody that was on social media. And that's why I would always suggest when Saturday comes around, probably try to stay away from social media because they have been posting images for the upcoming episodes lately. And today, they posted an incredibly spoilery freaking image and just showed everybody what was in the pouch that is in the episode 7 trailer that Victor finds in the glove box of the Man in Yellow's car. There has been so many theories going around as to what is in this pouch. What is it? What's this going to mean? What kind of reveal are we going to get? And today, 12 hours before the episode even comes out, the official From MGM Twitter account posted a picture of what is inside the freaking pouch. Just completely spoiled it for everybody. Again, just absolutely ridiculous marketing that we're getting from season 4. Whoever is in charge of the marketing or the promotional material for season 4, they are doing a horrible job in terms of who is choosing what gets released and what doesn't get released. They're doing a horrible fucking job. So I won't spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it. And if you are one of the ones that has seen it, try not to put it in chat so people who haven't seen it don't get spoiled. But yeah, we got spoiled in terms of what was in that bag that Victor finds in the car before the episode even came out. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But again, it was interesting. I know a lot of us had an interesting theory as to what might be in there. So it was Julie's wig. That's what was in there. It was Julie's freaking wig the whole time. We are spoiled. Now we know Julie's wig was in the pouch the whole fucking time. But what are we going to do? What are we going to do? But okay, let's get to the last of these new still images. We got a few interesting ones. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Now, these two are the most interesting ones by far. And we will start off with this one, and then we will play the quick little 1-minute preview we have of episode 7 right afterwards. But these two are my favorite, and that's why I saved them for last. But one of which is this image right here of Kenny outside at night holding one of the totems like he is getting ready for fucking war. And I am for it. I am all for it. This is the Kenny that I want to fucking see right here. I got so excited when I saw this. So fucking pumped for tonight's episode. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen here. We got Kenny with the totem outside the post office, and it looked like he's getting ready to fucking mean business. Hell yes. This is what we have been waiting for. This is what we have been waiting. All about the business, right? Like he looks like he's ready. He looks like he is ready. He's got his fucking game face on. I'm for it. I am all fucking for it, right? Finally, Kenny. Hell fucking yes. Absolutely. Love this. Yeah, I got so excited when I saw this. So excited for tonight's episode when I fucking saw this. And I had a feeling you guys would get excited too. But rest assured, there is still one more gnarly image that I am going to show here in a minute that got me even more excited. But yeah, this is fucking awesome. This is Big Boy Kenny. Big Boy Kenny has come to fucking play. And I am so fucking ready to see where this scene is going to go. Hell fucking yes. He better not die, though. I swear, he better not fucking die. He better not die. Yeah, I love this. Absolutely love this, Kenny. You need some payback. I mean, if anybody needs some payback against these monsters, it's fucking Kenny, right? I mean, it is fucking Kenny. Absolutely. They've taken so much from him. They've taken everything from him. Yeah, he's ready. He is ready. He looks like he is ready for fucking absolute war. Yeah, this is game 7, Kenny. This is game 7 of the finals, Kenny, right here. Straight the fuck up. Absolutely. Game 7, home court advantage, Kenny. That's what we're looking at right here. So yeah, I think this is going to be fun. Yeah, he's standing on business. Ready to stand on business. Fucking love it. Absolutely love it. All right, but we got one more, guys. We got one more image to look at, and this one is very interesting as well. But I'll also just give a heads up, just in case people don't want to see it, just in case you are among those that don't want to see this new image. First, we'll let in my awesome co-host, PM. Welcome, PM. We are just in time. We are taking a look at the new still images from episode 7. And like I was telling the chat, this one got me super excited for tonight's episode. I can wait for tonight's episode now.
Yeah, because you love Kenny. You're a Kenny fan.
I like Kenny.
So
I do. He's one of my favorites. He is.
yeah, what do you think that he's doing with that? I mean, is he going to be the one to chase down Roger and get him?
I think that could be a possibility, but I think we have, I also have a 1-minute sneak peek of episode 7 that I think gives us the answer as to what Kenny is doing right here. So we're going to play that. We're going to play that too, but I wanted to show the still images before I went right into the video, and I wanted to wait for you to arrive before I played the video too. So now that you are here, we can freaking play it. But first, there is one more image. We have one more awesome character that is going to be showing up in episode 7, and that is none other than, and again, for anyone who maybe doesn't want to see this still, now is your, now would be the time to kind of back out. But if you do want to see it and you don't mind, here we have the next still, which is going to be our granny. Our good old granny monster is making an appearance in episode 7. And again, this looks very interesting. We got Boyd in the background inside the post office. We got Granny smiling and waving at someone, probably Kenny, if I had to guess. Are we going to see a Kenny versus Granny showdown in episode 7? Or is Kenny escaping here in this scene? He's probably escaping here in this scene, but I cannot wait to see what's going on. What's really going to happen here?
Yeah, I'm thinking she looks like she's saying goodbye. Like, bye, Kenny.
Bye,
you know
Kenny.
how
Yeah, as he escapes. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how they have the opportunity to get them, but
They
so
don't. They like the
often,
game.
yeah, so often they choose not to do it. So to me, it seems like they're letting Kenny get
Letting
away
him get away. Yes.
because they
Totally.
have something planned for him. And I don't think it's going to be something good. If she's so happily saying goodbye, remember last time they did this, they pulled this little stunt. It was on Randall, and he didn't end up well. So
Yep. It did not bode well for Randall. This is very true. Very true. Yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to be going on here in this scene. I can't wait to see how it plays out, what really is happening here. But again, this makes me excited for tonight's episode. This makes me so freaking excited for From Again. Because, again, maybe I'm just a stickler for the original monsters, but the original monsters are what made this show so great in the first place. And I just feel like, we have been deprived of the real monsters all season. Like, we haven't really gotten any monster action, and it just hasn't felt the same. It doesn't feel quite like From without them. So I'm super pumped. I am so excited for this episode. This feels like From Again, and I cannot wait to see how this ultimately plays out.
Yeah, the monsters are back. I saw a lot of discussion as to what they were doing. Like,
Yeah.
are they on vacation? Are they just taking a little time off? But finally, the monsters are back. And of course, who started it all, guys? Who started the entire thing? It was Granny. Granny was the one
The
that when
OG,
you saw what she did to Megan, you're like, okay, these are not good people.
these
Um,
things are crazy. Yep. The
up
OG.
until then, we didn't really know, right? She's just up there. I mean, why is Granny on the second floor? God knows. But she's just up there. She's like, "Hi, it's me, Grandma. Open the door, open the window, right?" And then
Yeah.
she shows us her true nature. So she is the icon. I know
She,
that a lot of people like Smiley because he
she's
was
the
in all
original,
of the
though.
posters.
Right. You're
But
right.
she's the one that when you watch episode 1, you're like, "Oh, I know what's up.
Yeah.
These guys are bad. These guys are monsters."
No, you're 100% right. Smiley is iconic. Don't get me wrong, but she is the original. She is the original monster, the one that we were introduced to, the one that showed us, holy shit, this is going to be a crazy fucking show. So yeah, you got to have some respect for OG Granny Monster. You just got to. So I'm glad. I'm so glad that she's back, and I'm so glad that they haven't had to recast this actress. Like, this is, this actress is definitely older in years, yet she keeps coming back every fucking season like a champion. They haven't had to recast this actress once, and I have so much respect for that. But yeah, so fucking ready to see Granny. We got Granny coming back. Yeah, keep your kids away from Granny. Keep kids away from Granny. How much time left for the new episode? We are around just under 1.5 hours away, just a little bit less than an hour and a half. And episode 7 will be here. But yeah, so pumped to see Granny, so pumped to see the monsters in general. Again, we haven't gotten much monster action this season, so I am very much looking forward to see them. But next, we have a very interesting 1-minute sneak peek of episode 7. Now, again, if anybody doesn't want to see this, I figured, I always like to give a heads up. This has been publicly released. This isn't a leak or anything. It's not a leak or anything from inside. It's out there. It's public information. It was publicly posted. But just in case anybody doesn't want to see a quick little 1-minute sneak peek of episode 7, now will be your chance for a little spoiler warning, because we are about to play the little sneak peek that I came across of episode 7. That gives us a little bit of context, or at least a little bit more context, as to what Kenny might be doing outside with the totem. So here we go. You have been warned. If you are still here, I am assuming that you want to see the clip. And here we go. And again, very interesting scene, that a little sneak peek scene that they have released ahead of the episode. Yeah, I don't know. I think if nothing else, it gives us a little bit more context as to why Kenny might be outside with one of these totems. Potentially trying to try them out on the monsters, on the nightmare creatures, which again, I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out. But at the same time, this is very worrisome. Boyd knows what happens when you kill one of these things. He's seen what happens. He saw what happened to Fatima. They all did. Is risking killing another one of them worth it? Like, is this even worth risking? I don't know. I mean, again, I think it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, but it looks like they are going to attempt to use these totems on the monsters. Oh, Pam, you're muted if you're talking.
Sorry. had an
No.
emergency. I'm
Oh,
back.
no worries. No worries.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to use the totems on the monsters now. I think that she has
Is
a
that
point.
worth the risk with what happened to Fatima? Is that even worth risking?
I mean, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, and I don't understand why they're trying it. But you know, we are in what, episode 7?
This will
So
be
we
7.
still have a couple of episodes to go. It's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of trial and error. They're
Yeah.
definitely not going to find the right answer the first time because we still have to finish the season, right? I'm guessing that the finale will be them figuring out what they need to do. Now, are they going to try to do that? I was thinking Roger. It makes the most logical sense because Roger
Yes.
is a dolly. These are dolly killers. So
Yeah.
if you're using the dolly killer, it's to kill a dolly, Roger.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of using it on a monster. But what I would be asking, and here is where I start to question the characters. What I would be asking is Sophia, one, she doesn't have her parents. So she's fatherless and she used to be a very naive religious pastor's daughter. So you go from being that to all of a sudden your father is dead and your mom is not there. And you seem to be adapting quite well. You are adapting so well, in fact, that
Oh,
you're
well.
asking, like, what's the plan? Do you think they're going to let
Right?
you do that? Like, this, I would just, if I was Boyd, I would just think this is not a conversation for you.
No.
Okay, you just got here. One, you just got here. Two, you're a teenager. Go with Julie. Go with Ethan.
And
Take
that's
care
the
of the
thing.
goats. This
He's
is not,
sharing sensitive information here with just anybody.
yeah, it's on a need to know basis when it comes to the plan. It's on a need to know basis. What I'm really dying to see is this gathering that Boyd is organizing in
Mm.
Colony House with all of the townspeople. And I'm dying to see how it goes down because I know it's not going to work. Why is it not going to work? Every time they're fighting him back, they're giving him attitude. I already see Ellis and Fatima. Look at that picture.
Yeah, the look on their
He's
face
like,
already.
they're already
Already.
giving him attitude. Look at Ellis. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
Dad, you're always trying to save the world. How annoying, Dad. You're trying to protect us. So
Yeah.
annoying. And
So
Fatima,
annoying they're
too.
trying to save everybody all the time. What the hell?
Exactly, right? Boo hoo, poor me, Alice. But they're already giving him attitude. So it's going to be interesting to see if this is a take two on the infamous diner meeting that they had, which to me was hilarious. I loved it. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to go down well. Look at
No.
them. They already have attitude. It's a photo and they already have attitude.
Look at that look on Randall's face. He's not having it. All Randall is seeing is the person that left him for fucking dead, last season. That's all Randall's seeing here. All Randall is seeing is the person that fucking left him. But no, I think this is not going to go well. I think this is going to kind of, like you said, there's no chance in hell that their first plan is going to be the successful one. They're going to fail. I think it's just a matter of what level of failure are they going to experience, really? How drastic of a failure is this going to be? And what will they learn from it, going forward? But yeah, using these totems or attempting to use these totems on the regular monsters, on the regular nightmare creatures, knowing that they've already seen what happens when you kill one of them, how they come back. I mean, Boyd straight up said at the beginning of the season, there's no way to fight back against them. I mean, are they hoping that killing them with these totems will stop them from being reborn? I mean, that's a big if. That's a really big if. That's a big risk. So yeah, seeing that they're planning to use these totems on the regular monsters, that'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Who came up with that idea? I got here late, so I'm
Oh
trying
no,
to catch up.
Boyd says it. Boyd says it in the clip.
Ah, what
Yeah,
the hell is wrong with Boyd? What is going on, Boyd? I mean,
that's
he
what
is
I'm
making
saying. Yeah.
he's making a lot of decisions that are just not fitting the character that we know and love. He deeply cares for Fatima. He knows what Fatima went through, and he's the only person that witnessed this egg become a man that then
Yep.
smiled, as he says.
No.
He got bigger and then he smiled. So he's the one that he smiled. He saw this, and yet he's the one that's coming up with this idea. this is where I'm questioning what is going on, Boyd. This is not the Boyd that we knew and loved just a couple of days ago. Remember, for us, it's been a year of waiting. For these characters, they're making changes in their decision making from one day to the next. For them, it was just a couple of days. So he
Mhm.
goes from seeing Fatima give birth last week to Smiley, and now he's thinking, yeah, let me kill another one because now I know how they come back. That's not making sense to me. I'm not understanding that.
Mm. Yeah, again, it's a risk. It is a risk. Yeah, is the golem the birth control? Maybe, I don't know. That would come in handy if nothing else. Big heck, that would definitely come in handy. Yeah, again, it's a risk. Boyd has seen what happens when they kill these monsters. He's seen that they do get reborn, and that could put the townsfolk in jeopardy. Especially Fatima and everybody else. So yeah, again, it's a risk. It seems like it's a tactical risk that Boyd is making here, but it's one that he seems confident in making. And I wonder if when we actually see the full episode and we actually see these scenes in their entirety, maybe there is some other context to this that will make it make a little bit more sense to us as to why Boyd thinks this is a good idea now. Because again, this is just a quick little 1 minute scene that is, we don't have the full context for, I guess you could say. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see what is going to go on here and what has led Boyd to this decision. What has made Boyd think it is worth risking killing one of these monsters again using these totems? What kind of information does he come across that makes him think this is a good idea? I don't know, but just based on what we know, it seems like a risk.
The only way that I see this being something that would be okay is if he speaks to Fatima and Ellis and he tells them, this is my plan. My plan comes from direct information. If somebody told him directly that he can do this because they remember that these are monster killers too, not just dolly killers. So either Jade or Tabitha remembering something concrete to the point where
Maybe.
it's almost a 100% sure thing.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if he talks
See
to
that.
Ellis and Fatima, this is
I
the
can
risk. Are you down to do this? Because she might give birth to another creature.
Mhm.
So I would have to have a little bit of consent there, knowing the risk and explaining it to them privately, not, in front of everybody. I do see that the couple is there in front of everybody, but that would be more like a family meeting of him, his son, and his daughter-in-law saying,
Mhm.
I'm almost 100% sure, but I do have to let you know this is what I'm going to do. If
Yeah.
he is asking them publicly, then I understand why they have attitude. I'm changing my tune. I think I understand why Ellis and Fatima have attitude because I would too.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. And again, that it will be nice to see the full scene and get the full context of it. Is there a piece of the puzzle that we're just missing because we're just seeing this one little 1 minute snippet? Or is this going to be a very risky decision that they're going to make? I'm looking forward to finding out. Definitely looking forward to finding out. But yeah, I mean, looks like they're going to at least attempt to try and use these totems to either kill a monster or potentially use them as some kind of protection from the monster, maybe. But the way the boy describes it in the clip, he describes how Tabitha used this and killed one of the dolls. And then he says, now we're going to see if it will work on the monsters. So the clip does indicate that they're going to try and use this to kill one of the monsters, not just as a form of protection, like another talisman or something. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But again, I can't fucking wait to see Granny again. I can't wait to see good old Granny Monster. We have not seen Granny in quite a while. We haven't seen the monsters, period, in quite a while, unfortunately. And I am definitely very much ready for some monster action. Ready for some monster action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one that started it all. Not
the
just
one.
any monster, but the one that started it all.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting and it's needed because From hasn't been feeling like From. And I think a big part of it is that we are not seeing the
Yeah.
regulars that we grew to love, right?
Mhm.
We grew to love and to be comfortable, right? In that chaos. Donna
Yeah.
even says, when they're going to the ruins and they come across the dollies, they're like, let's get back to the hell that we know. That's
Exactly.
more comfortable,
The
right?
devil you know. The devil you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, and you're right. It just, not having monsters, not having enough monsters on the show, it does make the show feel a little less like From. At least for me anyway. I know that opinion might vary. And I get that they had to make room for Sophia being the main villain, but man, these monsters are what made the show so freaking great in the first place. So it just feels weird going so many episodes without seeing them, or without seeing any substantial, sightings of them. We really only saw Smiley in the caves for a split second, and the rest of the monster scenes we've seen have either been visions or story walking scenes, not actual real scenes. So yeah, I'm very much ready for the monsters to make a comeback in this episode, and we are just over 1 hour away, ladies and gents. Just 1 hour away, 1 hour and 9 minutes from episode 7. But of course, we want to hear from you guys as well. Let us know some of your thoughts, some of your theories based on everything that we have just seen here, these new stills, this new one little sneak peek. What are you guys thinking? What are some of your thoughts and some of your theories and some of your predictions heading into episode 7? What are you guys hoping to see? Fatima getting murdered, covered up. Fatima getting murders covered up by Boyd and gang, and just continuing on with her occult arts and crafts, or continuing on with her occult arts and crafts project. Yeah, I mean, again, Fatima can enjoy certain privileges. She's protected. She's a made man, I guess you could say, or a made woman, I guess you could say. But yeah, I think Fatima is going to be dealing with a lot of internal demons. I feel like there's nothing that someone could do to Fatima that is going to equal the pain and suffering that she's already feeling inside of her based on what she's already been through. So I think it's going to be interesting to see this golem and what kind of part is it really going to play in Fatima's storyline. Will we see this golem come to life? Will this be a source of strength and power for Fatima? I don't know. Again, I think the golem storyline, I'm intrigued to see where it goes.
Yeah, I don't want them to make too big of a thing of the golem, because I'm feeling, or I'm sensing, the puppet again. Remember when they made a huge deal of this puppet? The puppet kept showing up everywhere, scaring Jasper, scaring Jade, screaming. Victor
Yeah.
then said that the puppet spoke. So we waited a long time to see this puppet come to life and speak. And then it wasn't really the puppet.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of getting, I don't know, deja vu when it comes to the golem. They're making a whole to do about
Yeah.
this golem.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
expanding episodes and episodes. We
Yeah.
are working on this golem, and it might just be something else. Like
Yeah.
maybe she has an epiphany through building this golem, but it doesn't actually come to life. It's giving me Jasper vibes. That's just the sense that I'm getting.
No, I mean, it does a bit to a certain extent. Now that you mentioned that, I see where you're coming from, and I agree a bit. Is this golem thing just one big distraction, like kind of like Jasper was, one big thing, something that is not going to come to fruition? Yeah, and I could see it going either way. If I wouldn't have seen, living dolls, I would have definitely said, "There's no way this thing comes to life." After seeing the dolls, it makes you wonder a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, they're building this golem up to be, something important, but it might not be. It might just, like you said, Fatima might end up destroying the thing herself and not even trying to bring it to life if she comes to some realization, as you mentioned. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see. I mean, if this thing does come to life, is it going to look a little out of place? I mean, they're going to have to do probably full CGI or some kind of, if they can do a practical effect suit of a person in a suit, maybe like they did with the dolls. But I don't know. The dolls already looked a little wonky, compared to all of the other horror that we've gotten on the show so far. The golem might look even more wonky if it does come to life. But I don't know. Who knows? I mean, the thing does look kind of scary looking. It's got a fucked up looking face and shit. Maybe it could be pretty interesting if this thing does come to life. But yeah, I think I'm leaning a little bit more towards it not being animated. Like if I had to put money on one way or the other, I'm thinking it's going to remain a pile of mud.
Yeah, I'm getting Jasper vibes, so that's That's what I'm betting, but I'm often wrong. So who knows? Maybe the golem
Yeah,
will come to life. I'm
maybe.
excited either way to get back to the horror that we know. So
Yeah,
just looking at the screenshot that you have up here, the monsters, I
hell
want
yeah.
to see Smiley. I want them to show
Yep.
Smiley doing, his regular routine, what he used to do back in the day, walking
Yeah.
the town. I want
Yep.
to see the outfit that he's wearing. Are
Yep.
they giving him a new outfit? Is he gonna wear the old one? Does he still look like he's from the 1950s? Right. So I want to see his clothing. I want to see if that has changed at all. Now, when it comes to the title, a lot of you guys were mentioning the title in the chat.
Best laid plans. Yeah.
Yeah, which of mice and men often go Ari, or I can't pronounce that
Mhm.
word, but
Yeah.
they
Go
don't
awry.
work out.
Yeah, they go awry.
Awry.
Yep.
Um, I think that that's foreshadowing, and that's something that I think a lot of us are suspecting. It's not going to
Yep.
work out. They're going
No.
to try a couple of different things, and it's
Yeah.
not going to work out. I just want to know how Boyd is coming to this conclusion. Is this part of his leadership falling? Because he
Mhm.
used to make very strategic
A
choices
lot more
where the
sound.
risk,
Yeah.
yeah, the risk was not that high.
Mhm.
I'm wondering, since they did tell us in the summary of the season that Boyd is losing it. He's changing. He's, not who he used to be. Is this what changing looks like for somebody like Boyd? When you are not thinking things through, your leadership is failing you because before you used to strategize in a different way and now you're taking risk. Is this what Boyd changing looks like?
Yeah.
Because I don't think that Boyd changing is going to look like him becoming a dictator, but I think it might look like somebody that's taking too many risks. And
Yeah.
we know that he is a very careful person. If he's risking anybody, it's his life and his life alone, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. And we've seen, and real cinema therapy brings up, the same thing that we've kind of been discussing, right? It does feel like they're maybe dumbing down Boyd this season, which is a little disappointing at times. And again, I don't think it's just Boyd. We're seeing it happen with other characters as well. I think Sarah is a good example of this as well, where Sarah had really come really far. Like she had learned a lot from her experiences here in Fromville, from being manipulated by these voices. You definitely got the notion that she had become really a strong character. So to see her kind of regress so easily, to see that it only took, Sophia falling in a freaking pool for Sarah to have no problem risking the lives of everybody in town, that is character logic that doesn't make a lot of sense for the character that we left off at the end of season 3. The Sarah that the Sarah that Sarah evolved into, I guess you could say. So I think we are seeing some little character inconsistencies here and there. Like you said, it's not. We're seeing some with Boyd, but it's not just Boyd. We're seeing them with some of the other characters as well. There are some small inconsistencies in their motives, characters making decisions that they wouldn't normally make. And again, like you said, PM, maybe that is deliberate. Maybe that is that maybe that's the point. Maybe this is what it looks like when Boyd is starting to lose it a little bit. We do know that Boyd is deteriorating. We're led to believe that he has Parkinson's, that it's going to continue to get worse. He's constantly telling Kenny that I have a ticking time clock hanging over my head. And we're seeing how this town is mentally and emotionally and psychologically trying to break him every chance they get. Are we finally seeing the byproduct of that? Are we finally seeing the results of this town getting to Boyd to the point where he's starting to make decisions that he normally wouldn't have made, maybe?
I mean, that could be an option. I love the show. Any criticism of the show is because I love it deeply. Sarah, once again, it's been years for us, but it's been days for them.
Exactly.
Sarah went from one day giving this powerful monologue as to how the town takes advantage of people who want to do the right thing, of
Yeah.
people who want to help and are naive. She compares herself to Elgin and she talks about saving Boyd's soul. So she is one, determined. Two, she's willing to deal with the consequences of whatever happens. And three, she's telling Elgin, I will not allow you to keep going with this because you're not going to get what you think you will.
Yeah.
That it's playing with you, it's manipulating you because you are naive. So that's Sarah one day. The next day, she goes home, she saves Boyd, she saves the day. A couple of days later, just a couple of days at most, if not the next day, Sophia arrives. And then she wants to be her roommate. And she
Mhm.
goes from being so full of this I don't know if I would say conviction. She's
Yeah.
full of the conviction of knowing I'm okay with whatever happens, almost accepting, very stoic, accepting we might never get out of here. It is what it is. But when somebody gives you a solution, don't believe them. Don't believe them. It's not going to work out. So she goes from being full of conviction one day to the next day spitting back the water into the jug and
Yeah.
following what it is that the voices are saying for a girl that she doesn't know. I don't want to be
Mhm.
harsh, but they said we're going to hurt somebody you love. This is not somebody she loves.
It's someone
Let's
she
be
barely
realistic.
knows, and you're willing to risk the lives of everybody in town over this one girl falling in a pool. That's just not a decision I would have expected Sarah to make. I would have
Well,
expected it would have taken a lot more to break Sarah than that.
well, the issue here is that this is a teenage girl. You could say, well, Sarah feels, like she needs to protect this young girl.
Yeah.
Elgin
Sees
is a
herself
teenage
maybe.
boy. And Elgin is a teenage boy, and you were willing to risk his life for the town, understanding that there is no solution here. You're being lied to, you're being manipulated. She didn't know if the eye was going to be what it took. She started with the eye, but if Elgin hadn't given up that information, she would have continued. It would have been one eye and then the next, and then she would have continued until she probably, killed him. This is
Mhm.
how torture works, right? She's lucky that it only took one eye, but I don't think that she would have stopped at one eye. That's how she
She
started
had
it.
to. Yeah. No, she had to go further. If Elgin wouldn't have given up the goods after one eye, she probably would have fucking moved on to the second one.
That's
and
what
then
she was
and then
doing.
and then he's got 10 fingers for her to fucking go to next. Like I would have I could totally have seen her taking that further.
So she goes from hurting a teenager that she's grown to get to know, to even like. They had this moment at the church, to all of the sudden this other teenager that just got into town means so much to her. That's where it's not adding up, okay? That's where it's not adding up. But talking about issues that, like I said, when I criticize the show, it's because I love it. It's out of
Yeah,
love and
absolutely.
nothing else. But
Absolutely.
let's talk about the Miranda Menangelo paradox
Ooh, yes. Oh yeah,
of
before we do
things
that though,
things
real
that are
quick,
not adding up.
I just wanted to say a shout out to this Espanol Con Yo-Yo. What is up, bro? I'm following you from Iraq. Wow, that is awesome. That from is making its way all the way to all of these corners of the globe, and there's so many people that are able to watch from nowadays. That weren't able to watch it during like seasons 1 and 2. So I just wanted to give an awesome shout out. I always love seeing where people are tuning in from all over the world. It's always super interesting to see where people have found our small little channel, how far it's kind of reached. So that's always super cool. But yeah, awesome. So glad that you're watching from. So glad you're enjoying it, and glad that you're here diving into the discussions with us. Thank you, my friend. Wow, Iraq, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I love seeing where people are tuning in from. Yeah, it looks like From is in Iraq. Yeah, love that. Love that. From is all over the globe now. Everybody is watching From. But
I love
yes.
it because now, like I've said, it is your background that informs your decision making and your theory building. And
Mhm.
as we're getting other people from different backgrounds, maybe we're going to figure it out. This is our international group project.
It
So the
is.
more eyes that we have on the subject of From,
Oh,
right?
wow.
What is From? The more that we are closer to figuring it out.
Right? Yeah, and we got people watching from North Africa, and I'm enjoying, buddy. Well, that is awesome. Glad that you are enjoying it. We're certainly enjoying it. We love diving into this stuff. We love hearing from you guys. We love seeing where you're tuning in from. That's always super fucking cool. But yeah, North Africa, love it. Awesome. I'm so glad. It's so awesome to see how far From has spread. Like this show really has become a global show nowadays. So that is awesome. That is awesome. And yes, we are 1 hour away now, ladies and gents, less than 1 hour away. We are 55 minutes away from episode 7. We are on the home stretch, ladies and gents. We just got to get through this last hour and then we are home free. LA in the house. What is up, Will Spear? Good to see you, my friend. Oh, wow. Howdy, neighbor. I'm in Kuwait. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, we got people all over the place tuning in, watching from. Fucking awesome. Tuning in from Scotland. Love that. Oh, there we go. We got Scotland in the house. The Dominican Republic in the house. Wow. Awesome, guys. That is awesome. Fucking love it. Absolutely love it. Wow. Yeah. NYC, we got Seattle, California, everybody, all over the map. All over the map. We love that. Cincinnati, fucking awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Love it. Love it.
Absolutely
And
love it.
I'm here with the children. Can you see them? I'm here with
Yes,
the
you are there
children
with
and
the
From.
Anghkooey children. Indeed. Wow, Egypt. Awesome. Egypt, Baltimore. Love it. Texas. Hell yeah. Texas in the building. Hell yeah. Awesome stuff, guys. It's always so cool to see where you guys are tuning in from. Love that. Love that. Love that. Love that. But yes, now diving into, again, we got a little less than an hour to kill before episode 7 is here. But we were talking about something that was pretty interesting in terms of a Miranda thing that you noticed that we discussed in terms of somebody regarding her paintings and how she might have been introduced to the Man in Yellow and how Victor in the town was introduced to the Man in Yellow during the 1978 timeline. Now, we came across something that was interesting, and we're wondering if there is going to be maybe a deeper explanation for it at some point. But if we think back, we know that Miranda was dreaming of Fromville. She was having dreams of this place for a very long time. Long before she ever arrived in Fromville, she was dreaming of it. And one of her dreams was very clearly, very vividly of the Man in Yellow. We saw the very big painting of the Man in Yellow in Miranda's basement. So she clearly saw him before she arrived in From. Then you fast forward years later to when Miranda, Victor, and Eloise are actually in From and they're stuck in From. All of a sudden, this same Man in Yellow arrives in town. And it doesn't raise questions, I guess, is the question. Did it raise questions in Miranda? Did Miranda see this person and not instantly realize, holy shit, this is someone from my dreams? This is someone that I had a dream of years and years and years ago. Because the way Victor describes it, when the Man in Yellow arrived in town, he arrived pretending to be human. But Victor also says that, he thought his suit was funny and he thought that he was, just one of us. He thought he was like us at first. That indicates that the Man in Yellow lived among them for a little bit. It wasn't one of those things where he just showed up in town and then the massacre happened. It seemed like the Man in Yellow potentially did the undercover thing that he's doing now with Sophia once before in the previous cycle, maybe pretending to be human as this Man in Yellow character. So it seems like he lived among them for a little while. So Miranda would have had some time, right? Like she would have had some time, spending with him in the same town. And, did she ever notice? I mean, like this is someone that she has had a dream of before. She's literally had a dream of this person. Does she not know what the Man in Yellow is? Did she have a dream or a vision of just somebody in a yellow suit and she doesn't exactly know the extent of who or what he is? And even if that is the case, she still had a dream of him. If I was Miranda, the second the Man in Yellow showed up in town, it would have been an instant red flag. Just for me anyway, it would have been a massive red flag. I would have been like, holy shit, I dreamed of you. I have a painting of you in my basement and now you're here. I would have been super suspicious of this Man in Yellow if I was Miranda.
Yeah. So this is the Miranda Man in Yellow paradox. It's not adding up. There is something that has come before or after something. So the timeline is not adding up. She didn't have dreams, but she had visions. And I would argue that visions are more important Because when it comes to a dream, you could just, chalk it up to I was dreaming, I don't know, my head's all jungled up and I just paint what I dream. But Henry tells us very clearly Miranda had visions of the people that came before her. And she painted all of these visions. And so they go down into the basement. Very prominent is the painting of the men in yellow. I don't know if you could pull it up, Jeremy, please. But the painting of the men in yellow is very prominent. And not only is it prominent, but the way that it's painted also seems to be of high importance. She paints a lot of things very small frame and jumbled up. But this one is a painting that is big, right? And it has
Mhm.
red on in the background of the man in yellow. So she's depicting him in a way that shows you this person is of high importance, and in a way that he seems a little scary. He's not smiling and he doesn't look the way that she painted the little boy in white. When she paints the little boy in white, she has a background that is of nature and he doesn't look menacing. But with the man in yellow, that painting looks menacing. She puts red splotches all over. The only other time that she uses red is when she's putting blood or making little monsters that are eating the children. So this is the way that she depicts her visions of the men in yellow. It's not one vision. Henry says visions, so multiple. If she's painting him so prominently, I would say she's seen him multiple times. Now, when Miranda and the children are in front, they're there by themselves. We know that she kind of used to let them go play hide and seek. So she was a very lenient mother, you know, at best. Um, we have a drawing that shows that Victor saw him get out of this car and he's like he used to be, just normal. We thought he was like us. I thought his suit was funny. And
Yeah.
he paints the man in yellow smiling. He's also younger, like you guys in the chat are saying. She's depicting him younger. So depending on how he entered the town, if she sees him when he's younger and all of a sudden he in real life looks old, yeah, you have to start asking some questions, right?
It would have at least
Miranda.
raised an eyebrow, right? Like if I'm Miranda, at the very least, I would have been a little bit suspicious of this person that I had this vision of just showing up in town. But like you said, the way she paints him does look a little menacing. It does look like it's a foreboding painting.
Yeah, it's very menacing. And she did this herself. So, this is the vision that she had. We don't know what the vision was of, if it was just seeing him or seeing him in action. Now,
Yeah.
why, if she saw him, would she allow the townspeople, her children, and herself to get close to this man in yellow when she already knows I had visions of him? At
Mhm.
minimum, let's say that she didn't want to tell the town because people in front don't communicate. So I don't want to tell the town because I'm crazy. They're going to think I'm a crazy hippie. Okay, keep your children, keep Victor away from him, keep Eloise away from him. But no, Victor apparently got to know him enough that he
It
made a
sounds like he
decision.
spent some
I thought
time.
he was normal. He acted normal and then he
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
Then I saw him eating my mother, right? So that's the paradox. The paradox is that they had something that Jade and Tabitha don't have. Jade and Tabitha didn't have a vision of Sophia. This would have been very helpful if Jade or Tabitha had a vision of Sophia, somebody that came before or after them. They would be able to pinpoint this little girl. This little girl, I've seen her, and every time I have a vision, it's nothing good, right? So Miranda and Christopher somehow got way more information, got way more visions. As of yet, Tabby doesn't get visions the way that Miranda used to.
No.
Miranda's visions seem like what Jade is getting. Jade is
Yeah.
getting all of these visions of his previous or past selves. Why isn't Tabitha getting any visions? And was that what was happening to Christopher? Is that why Christopher was so hesitant to believe? Are they switching roles in a way?
Yeah.
So they don't have a vision of Sophia. The others did, and somehow they missed it. How they missed it, I don't know, but I need an explanation. I need them to have a flashback episode or for the creator of From to explain to us how Miranda has a vision of this menacing figure, sees him coming into town, and does nothing about it.
Mhm.
It's not adding up unless he somehow was able to manipulate her into doing his bidding. It wouldn't be out of the norm that you manipulate a parent into joining or having cult like behavior and being okay with having the whole town slaughter, including your children. So,
Mm.
was Miranda maybe more guilty than we thought? Because why else would you let him get close to your children unless you are consenting to him slaughtering the town and potentially slaughtering your children? And
Mm.
then when she's running and she's hiding her children, could it be because she had a change of heart, just like the original parents? The original parents got everything together for this sacrifice. And then suddenly you have two, Jade and Tabitha, who want to save the children. It sounds like they backed out of the sacrifice. Did Miranda do the same?
Mhm. Yeah,
Potentially.
it presents some questions. It does present some questions. And I mean, and this is actually funny enough. This is actually one of the questions that we talked about as well. Could it potentially even be a continuity error in on some level? That's always a possibility. I'd like to think it's not. I'd like to think that we just don't really have the full picture of the puzzle, which we don't. There's so much about that night. There's so much about that entire day that we still have no idea. We don't know what caused the massacre. We don't know really anything about that night really yet. Or at least there's still a lot more that we don't know about that night more than we do. So I like to think that there's going to be some kind of explanation. Again, Miranda was clearly having visions of this place before she arrived here. So she was clearly also having a vision of this man in yellow. So yeah, when you see this exact same person arrive in town, a mystical town that you are trapped in, that's going to raise some questions if you're Miranda. Now, is it a possibility that she didn't recognize him because there are two different versions where one's younger and one's older? I saw a couple people saying that in the chat, and I suppose that's a possibility, but I feel like that's a huge stretch. I feel like the yellow suit is like so specific, like, and he looks very similar. Like the younger version of him and the older version of him, like the paintings wise, they look pretty similar. So I don't know. I feel like Miranda would recognize somebody in a bright yellow suit arriving in town, especially if she had a vision of that person ahead of time. So yes, as you asked, Fenrir, could it just be a continuity error writing wise? That is a possibility. That's always a possibility. That's the thing with mystery box shows. Shows like this, when you're weaving so many mysteries, you have to remember so much that sometimes writers do make mistakes. And it happens. We've seen continuity errors like this in so many shows in the past. But again, I like to think that that's not the case. I like to think that there's just a lot about that night that we just still don't know. That we're going to that once we get the full picture, we'll have a much more definitive and satisfying answer as to what happened that night, why it happened, and what exactly went down in the order of the events that it went down in. I get the feeling we just don't have the whole picture yet still, but it is an interesting kind of paradox, maybe, as you say, PM. Because, again, if I was Miranda and I had a vision of this guy and then he showed up in this town, I would have been a little suspicious of him at the very least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, listen, even on LSD, a guy with a bright yellow suit is going to stand out. Even if you're fucked up on LSD, you're going to recognize this dude is not wearing the same thing that we are. But anyway, could it be a continuity error, Fenrir? It potentially could be. However, just because it is, when we bring attention to it, guess what? If I'm the creator, guess what? All of a sudden, it's not. I will be fixing that because it's not done. I would be more open to saying and determining absolutely it's just a mistake that they made if the show was over. If we're looking back at a show where everything has filmed and they don't have the opportunity to fix it, but now that we're bringing it up to the spotlight, if I'm the creator, you best believe I'm going to work something in, weave something that will determine that that is not a mistake, because I still have the time. I have years to write the next couple of episodes, so I would fix it. Until it's done, then we don't know what the answer is. If they do nothing about it, which I doubt, then we could say for sure it's a mistake. Now,
Mhm.
when it comes to it being an error, it could definitely be a mistake. However, and this is just maybe I have way too much hope or way too much trust and faith. The creator of the show is amazing. I mean, we don't hang around talking about the show for hours because it's, regular run of the mill sort of show. This show is amazing. The intricate like details that he has woven into the storyline, the fact that he has years in between seasons. He doesn't have to pump out season after season without being able to stop for a minute and think and analyze. He has years of staring into these boards of what he has created. I think he probably would pick out on, this issue. Like, well, there's a huge painting that we put on there. Miranda saw it. Now, Victor, right? I think that he's going to fix it if it is an issue. And I'm interested in seeing how does he fix it. Somebody had a great idea in the chat as to a deal. Maybe Miranda didn't really say anything and she was open to her children interacting with this guy because she knew, listen, this is the entity or the deity that has power. And at the end of the day, who do I care about? It's me and my kids. So if I know that this entity has power, I'm going to go and strike a deal. I'm going to get closer to the entity. I'm going to relinquish all power and sure, like just let Victor live. If you let Victor live, then, there'll be an exchange there. After all, the story is about a bargain.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the original story started with sacrifice. The whole story was built on the foundation of sacrifice. So yeah, who knows? Who knows? Could we find out that Miranda is a little more nefarious than we thought? It's certainly an interesting theory. It would explain it, if nothing else. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, in terms of it being a potential continuity error, I like to think that it's not. I like to think that we just don't have the full picture yet, and it'll be something that is explained. Because again, it's not something that's huge, but it is something that's big enough that it's noticeable once you go back and think of it. It kind of sticks out after you think about it. But yeah, I don't know. We shall find out. Hopefully we shall find out. But one thing that I can probably definitely agree with is, yes, the Man in Yellow was most likely crushing it in 1980s Miami. Like, he's got Miami Vice written all fucking over him, 100%. He was tearing up Miami Beach, tearing up South Beach. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yeah, how many here would sacrifice other kids to save their blood? Ooh, yeah, again, very difficult choices that could potentially be asked of someone in Prumville, or at the very least was brought to the original group of settlers that had to make that choice for themselves. Are they willing to sacrifice their own children to be able to live forever? And we saw that they were willing to do that. Will another sacrifice be needed to appease the children, as we've talked about in the past? Maybe. Again, the story started with sacrifice. Maybe it has to end with sacrifice. It would add a kind of cosmic irony to it, a cosmic symmetry to it, if nothing else. But yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see if this goes anywhere, if we do get some kind of answer for this, and if so, what exactly will it be? I don't know. But we are 40 less than 40, excuse me. We are 36 minutes away now. 36 minutes away from episode 7 hitting our screens. And again, like I was saying this earlier, PM, the fandom has been just absolutely destroying it with these Julie Wig memes. They have been absolutely hilarious. They have been getting more and more outrageous by the day. And it has been pretty hilarious to see. One thing that I think we've been doing pretty good with season 4 has been memeing the fuck out of it. We have been memeing the hell out of season 4 of From, and it has been absolutely hilarious. Yeah, Doug, if you're here, this is one of your latest ones. This popped up in my Discord the other day. So if you're still in the chat, Doug, this is one of the latest ones that is going around. But yeah, you guys have been memeing the hell out of this hair. It started off like super small and then it morphed into like a whole fucking planet. It has been pretty hilarious to see. You guys have been fucking just fucking diabolical. All of you. All of you are diabolical. But yeah, I think there's been some pretty fun memes that have come out of season 4, from NPC Roger to Fire Mitts to Julie's wig. There's been some pretty funny stuff coming out of this season.
Yeah, I mean, I love it, right? Any comedy and from is always accidental comedy, but I would argue that's the best type of comedy. The
It
best
is.
type of comedy is super unintentional,
Yeah.
and we love the actors. All
Oh
of the
yeah,
fun that
of
we
course.
have
Yeah.
is based
Yeah.
on the hairstyle or things that the character says, but it never gets personal. But we
No. And
love
it's
that
never
Julie
malicious.
has this wig. No, never. And I think Julie would love it. I think she would love what we have done with the wig, because we don't just embrace the wig and laugh at the wig. At this point, if they took that wig away from us, let's say we come back on the next
I'd
season
be
and
disappointed at
her,
that point.
I
Yeah.
will be hurt. I
I'd
will
be
be
hurt.
so deeply hurt. Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
dare you?
I like this. I like this idea. For every unanswered question, another layer gets added to Julie's wig. It does seem like that is the case. Like another layer is getting added every fucking day, and it's morphed into the size of a planet at this point. It's been hilarious. It's been hilarious. Yeah, Doug's gonna need some therapy after seeing after seeing his latest one. Yeah. The fandom has been coming up with some interesting memes for season 4, if nothing else. Some very interesting memes. You
Oh
all
my
have
God,
been
I
coming
love
up.
this. The chat is wild. You guys are the ones that
That's
make
fucking
the
live.
best comments. And I
The
want to
chat.
have a live stream where we go through your comments and we look at the best comments that you guys have come
Yeah.
into the channel or into the
I
chat
like
with.
this one.
The Anghkooey children hiding in that wig. I love that, because maybe that is how you save them. You save them by, putting the bones in your wig, and that's how you're able to take them out. Remember what Menenghello said, or Sophia Menenghello. They're not going to let you take those bones so easily. If they're
Yeah.
so important, they're not going to let you take them. So you sneak them out. You put them under your wig, and that's how you get away with it.
Yeah.
That would be the only way. You guys are hilarious.
Oh shit. Yeah, the memes have been really fun. You guys have been absolutely killing it this season with the
Hide them
wig
in the
stuff.
wig.
Hide them in the fucking wig. Oh shit. Yeah, I like the idea of like Julie's wig being like the TARDIS, where it's like bigger on the inside, where you can fit like anything you want inside of it. It's it is a TARDIS wig. And yeah, the scissors. Shit. Boyd is not trying to get that bad haircut. No, he is not. But yeah, you guys have been just fucking killing it with these memes. They've been fucking hilarious. And keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep throwing them in the Discord, and we will keep looking at them on stream and laughing along with everyone else. Because yeah, you guys have been fucking. That's right. I forgot. They did a swap.
That's a good one.
Hair swap. A hair swap between Julie and Randall.
Dude, Julie's gorgeous. That, she could pull off the bald look. She's gorgeous. Not a lot of people can pull off, the bald look, but she looks amazing. And Randall, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't suit him.
Nah, Randall. Nah, Randall. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the scar gives it some kind of texture that
I
looks
need
good.
that wig on Jim. He's the one that I think would suit it best, because Jim already had long hair when we met him. He used to wear in this little ponytail that I love. I think he
shit.
would be the one that suits the wig the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Jim's head would suit this hair very, very well indeed.
Ruby Sultra says the wig contains a pocket dimension.
The wig is a pocket dimension. It really fucking is.
The wig contains a pocket dimension in itself. I love it. But
This
if
was
they
one of
take, like you guys said, if they take the wig, we riot. I don't want them to change that hair. I don't want them to cut her hair. I want that wig to stick around until the last day, until she's exiting or being triumphant, getting out into the real world. I want her in that wig in the real world. I want that wig to make it out of from. They better not change it. I swear to God, I will petition. They better
uh,
not change that wig.
the wig is fromville. Yeah, you can't change the wig now. It's too far. You've gone too far at this point. Gone too far at this point. You guys are fucking crazy. These are all ones we pulled from the Discord. Again, the creativity that you guys have been exuding with some of these memes, I gotta hand it to you. We got some creative people in this Fromville fandom.
Ruby
Everyone
figured out
falls
the
off the wig at
answer.
the end.
Everyone
That's
falls
it.
out of the wig
Yeah.
at the end. That the way to the real world is through the wig. You enter through the
That's
wig,
it.
and that's
It's
the
like
portal
entering
to the
the
real.
closet of Narnia. You gotta enter the wig. Oh fuck! You guys are fucking great. You guys are great. I love this one.
The smile fits it so well too.
Smile
Because
is
he's standing there, he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Oh
I like
shit!
how polite he is. I still laugh thinking about how Boyd was so rude. Boyd has no manners. He's seeing Smiley down there at the cave, has no manners, is looking at Smiley, staring at him, and Smiley covered in blood. He's like, "Oh damn, how rude, Boyd." He's like, "Hi, Kenny. It's nice to see you again." He's like, "Since you're not gonna introduce me, I'm like right here. How rude. Hi,
Yeah,
Kenny. It's nice to see you again." They're nothing but polite. You could say a lot of things about the monsters, but they have been nothing but polite to all of those people.
they
So
have been
rude they are
polite.
not.
They have been polite right up to the point where they flay you alive. They do it in the nicest manner possible. Like they're very well mannered. This is true. Yeah, the faraway wig.
The wig's in the pouch.
Yes.
Chiquita
faraway
Cyborg, the
wig.
wig is in the pouch. Chiquita Cyborg figured out what's in that pouch inside the glove box. The wig.
I love the faraway wig. That is gold.
The faraway.
You guys are fucking great. The fucking faraway wig. Oh my god. I can't wait to see this episode now. You guys have you guys are putting the fun in from this season. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. Yeah, Randall looking like Timu Rambo in that wig. What a lovely woman. Yeah. Take the golem. Keep the wig. Yeah. Take the golem. Keep the wig.
I love that damn wig. They better never change it. I love that wig
They
so
can't
much.
change it at this point.
Dude,
Yeah. At this
don't
point.
take it from me.
Yeah, they can't change it. It's a part of the fabric of the reality of Fromville at this point. Like if they were to remove the wig at this point, it would create some kind of paradox, and something very bad would probably happen. Like I don't think they can get rid of the wig now, even if they wanted to. It's taken on a life of its own.
No,
Literally.
I'm telling you, I'll petition. I'll petition to have her in the wig, even if she cuts her hair. Like pop that wig right on top of that haircut because we want her back. We want the wig back. But you guys were saying in the chat, look at Sophia participating in the discussion and all. And this is where I have to question. They have a lot of experience of seeing people, okay? They have so much experience of seeing people handle and trying to process the fact that they're in from. Why, God, why isn't it standing out to any of them? I mean, there's 46 people, and out of the whole 46, not one of them is looking through the window saying, "Hey, that girl Sophia sure is adapting quite well. Her dad is gone. This is her first time away, apparently, from her parents because she's very naive, sheltered, right? Is how they describe her. And she's just, drinking over there with Henry at the bar and going over there with Sarah. I mean, like she's hanging out with the worst people right away.
Right away. Yeah.
Why doesn't anybody question the fact that she's not crying? She's not doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, we the only instance we have even remotely close to that is that one scene we get of Marielle and Christy. when they're looking at her when she's standing at the pool right before she throws herself into the fucking pool. And they're saying she's either, it either hasn't hit her yet or she's just taking this incredibly well. But yeah, you would think more people would start to notice, like, okay, she's really handling this well, not just being here in Frumville, but literally losing her father as well in a very kind of heinous, car accident. Yeah, you would think that her response to this would have raised a little bit more, a few more eyebrows, if nothing else. Like, okay, why is she handling this so well? It's it's a little suspicious. It is a little suspicious.
Yeah, and I like what there has been so many jokes about this same thing, internet face. In fairness, they let a lot of weird stuff slide,
They
and
do.
that is the truth. There's like dollies, there's monsters that come out and talk to you and try to get you to open doors. You can't escape. You keep driving and you just can't escape, right? You live because of a talisman. And
Yeah.
once you point out, hey, dude, I've been hearing some voices. They're like, nah, nah, nah. It's just this place getting to you. This
It's
place
just
is finally getting to you.
Yeah.
There's no way you're hearing a voice.
No way.
And
You're not really
you're finally breaking, dude. This place gets to everybody. It's like, come on. I'm seeing a kimono lady. It's like, oh, I don't want to be weird, because a lot of the other thing that they say is, I don't want to seem crazy. You're gonna think I'm crazy when I say this,
Yes.
right? So they
Yeah.
keep it to themselves. It's like, yeah, you don't want to be the crazy fucking guy. When there's monsters and you have a talisman and you don't open the door and
Mhm.
you live in a town with 46, 47 other people that can't escape, but you don't want to look crazy by saying that you saw a kimono lady. And
Mhm.
then everybody around you is also thinking, no, this place got to you. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it break you. It's like, are you kidding me, you guys? Are you literally kidding me? You guys live with monsters. What's going on?
Mhm.
And the number, the fact that there's 47 people, it makes me think we know our crew. We know our crew. We know how they are. They're secretive. Okay, fine. But there has to be, out of those 47 people, somebody looking through their blinds in their house who doesn't get involved, but they just see Boyd
Just
going up
see.
and down the
Yeah.
street. They see
Watch.
what's happening. One
What
of
else is
them
there to
has,
do? What else is there to do in town other
yeah,
than, watch outside and see what everybody's doing? Yeah.
exactly. So none of them, Roger used to be one of the randos. None of the randos think that this is weird. Nothing. And I like that somebody spotted a new character and we have unlocked a new random person. There's
Mm.
a woman with black hair and she has
Yes.
two little
Yep. Yep. Yep.
top
In
knots,
the trailer,
and
the
people
top
zoomed in
lady.
because we've never seen Top Knot Lady.
She's
We've
new.
never seen Top Knot Lady. So we're like, dude, we unlocked the new character, little
Yeah.
Top Knot Lady in
Yeah.
the background. I don't think we have a
And
picture of her.
I love this as well. Kim Bird X says, Hannah Chermy, I don't want to cut my hair for the show after what happened to Christy. Wardrobe. Okay, hold my beer. Oh, fuck, that is savage. That is savage. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, again, at this point, I like the wig. I feel like the wig has become, a part of the show. It's a part of her character at this point. I feel like they can't really change it now. It's a part of her. And it's funny. And again, whenever it's memed on, it's never done with malicious intent. It's never done making fun or anything. It's always meant in good fun, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Or at least, where we're concerned. I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for PM and I when I say when we meme on these things, it's all just in good fun. And I hopefully people can kind of see the difference between the two. But yeah. You guys have been fucking killing me this week. All fucking week, you guys have been killing me with these fucking wig memes. But yeah, here we go, folks. 20 minutes away. We are just 20 minutes away from episode 7 hitting our screens. So I guess right around now would be a good of time as any to play the trailer for episode 7 one more time. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, here we go. Episode 7, less than 20 or just about 20 minutes away now, folks. Here we go.
What is it? Do you hear that?
So explain to me why you don't have an eye.
We are all being tested.
This part of your test is getting mutilated.
There is a truth behind all of this. When your enemy threat tries to scare you, that means they are scared of you.
Is that the car the man in the yellow suit came here in?
Yeah.
What kind of clues are we looking for?
Boom. There we go. Episode 7. It is on the way. Yeah, the wig and white. Oh, shit. But yeah, I think this is going to be a fun one just based on some of the, just not just the trailer, but I think, some of the still images are even more interesting, if nothing else. Seeing Kenny with the totem outside at night, knowing that we are going to be getting Granny Monster. Like, we are finally getting the return of freaking Granny herself. I cannot wait to see Granny Monster again. It's been a long time coming since we've gotten a really good monster kind of centered episode. And I'm really hoping that's what this is going to be. And maybe this will even be the episode where we get to see Kenny use his machetes. We saw from the behind the scenes footage of when they were filming season 4, what looked to be some kind of scene involving Kenny and a pair of machetes. Maybe we'll see that too. But yeah, I can't wait, man. I'm super excited for this. I think this is probably the most excited I've been for a new episode this season.
Yeah. I mean, I like the past episode. I think it was really good. And I do see we have West of Westeros. You changed your picture in the chat. I didn't recognize your photo. But he gave us one of the best memes. West of Westeros gave us one of the best memes, and that's NPC Roger. He's gonna come into play. This is gonna be Roger's episode.
Yeah.
Because they did not dolly him up for nothing.
No.
Like, there's definitely going to be a Sophia looking at his body scene, because we have a photo of Sophia looking in the direction of where the body is.
We have actual video of it, of her kneeling over his body saying it's time to play.
Exactly. So West of Westeros, I think it's going to be random NPC Roger's time to shine. This is going to be his episode. This is very important for him.
This is his redemption arc. This is random. Well, it's going to be more of like an undead NPC Roger at this point. He's going to be undead NPC Roger. And he's on a redemption arc. He wants his redemption. And by God, he's going to fucking get it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I hope we haven't seen the last of NPC Roger.
But speaking of redemption, very quickly, we don't have a lot of time, but there is something very interesting that I wanted to discuss with you going in so that we could look at the show with a different perspective. There's an interview, and I forwarded that interview to you, where the actress that plays Donna addresses the rumors directly. The actress that plays Donna addresses the question that we have all been asking: is Donna the mole? Why the hands in the pocket? If not the mole, then why hands in pocket? She addresses it directly and she says, no, I am not the mole. You can trust me. So she says definitely not. Like, she doesn't understand why people came up with it. She does see the evidence presented as to her being the mole, but she says she's not. She's not the mole. That's one that she could definitely say and confirm is not real. So I just thought, whoa, we're getting a whole lot of info, because she's coming out and she's saying, like, I confirm I'm not the mole. You can trust me. It's not Donna. And what she likes about Donna is just a protector. She also talks about her sister. Like, hey, the evidence is that we never saw you arrive with your sister. And she just says, we never filmed it, but as far as my sister, that was my actual sister. They were not lovers. She is not a mole. There's not more to the sister. The sister is just the sister.
Yeah. And I kind of always had a feeling that was going to be the case. I never put too much stock into the Donna being the mole theory myself. But if nothing else, it is nice to at least get like official confirmation directly from the actress herself. Anytime you get a new piece of information that you can kind of firmly kind of put aside and say, okay, or at least we know this isn't the case. It makes theorizing that much more easier. At least, we know what to stay away from, I guess. And yeah, it seems like Donna has confirmed that she is not. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. But yeah, as West of Westeros for $9.99 says, don't make me make more Julie wigs. No, we do not want that. We have seen the Julie wigs have been flooding the Discord all week, and they have been hilarious. They have been absolutely hilarious. You guys have been killing it in the meme department.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. It's been fun. It's added an extra aspect of fun to the show.
Yeah, it's so much fun, West of Westeros. And, you know, thank you for the super chat. And I think you've earned it. I noticed that Jeremy, it's all fun and games for Jeremy. He's down to clown unless it involves himself, because he has yet to show all of you guys the best wig meme, the very best one. He shows you just about everybody in that wig, but doesn't show
in the Discord,
his picture of him. Somebody popped the wig on Jeremy.
Yeah.
And I think it looks amazing.
Great. I thought it looked great. I loved it. No, I was looking for it yesterday when we were looking at all the wig memes. I was trying to find that one, but I couldn't find it. I got
you. I got you. Don't worry. Don't fret. I will find it. Just
we don't have much time. We don't have much time. Pull it up. Yeah, no, this was funny. Again, I love the wig memes, and I do not mind being the subject of the wig memes whatsoever. I love seeing the creativity of the awesome folks in the chat. But while we wait for that, we also have just a few more super chats and memberships. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jen Hack, who has been a member for 33 months. The big 4-7 episode. Yes, indeed. A lot of people have been very excited for this one. Here we are, season 4, episode 7, the old 4-7, the 4-7 that we have been seeing throughout the show since the very beginning, pretty much. So a lot of people have been noticing that. A lot of people have been, thinking that episode 7 is going to be pretty big. And people are wondering if they're going to get some kind of answers to these 4s and 7s. I don't know. I'm still not 100% convinced that we'll get any narrative explanation. But if we do, I'm all for it. I am all for it. But yes, this is the big 4-7 episode. And I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to bring. I am looking forward to seeing. Again, I haven't been this excited for an episode probably since the premiere, since how excited I was for the first episode when the season was starting. This is probably the most excited I've been since then. And we also have West of Westeros for $1.99. Thank you so much, West of Westeros. Hello, my true OG Fromily. Yes, West of Westeros. Hello to you as well. The OG true Fromily. And that is thanks to each and every one of you that has made this such an awesome little community here surrounding this great show that we all really love. So thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. And thank you to you as well, West of Westeros. You have been such a big supporter of the channel, and I really can't thank you enough. It's been, you've been super supportive. And we also have Wolf Spear, who has gifted 5 memberships. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 memberships gifted from Wolfspear. Thank you so much, Wolfspear, for the gift of the 5 memberships. And welcome to all of the new members. And of course, we have custom emojis that are available for all of the new members, including a highly requested Julie wig meme emoji. So those are there to use at your disposal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And last but certainly not least, we have West of Westeros again for $19.99. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm giving Jeremy grief because, hello, House of the Dragons. Just saying. Yes, House of the Dragons Season 3, just around the corner now. They just released their final trailer, which I am doing a breakdown on West of Westeros. Be on the lookout for it. I'll probably have it up on the channel within the next few days. But yes, for everyone that is going to be following us over to House of the Dragon Season 3 when that starts, I am going to be starting to do some House of the Dragon content very, very soon on the channel. I'm going to start pumping out my House of the Dragon theory videos and laying out where I think the season is going to go, breaking down the newest trailer and everything else. The Song of Ice and Fire content is indeed returning. So yeah, I am very much looking forward to diving into Season 3 with each and every one of you. So that'll be fun. That will be very, very fun. And thank you so much, West of Westeros, for the 1999. And last but not least, remember, for 6 months, West of Westeros, if you don't join, put them in the box. Well, we won't say that, but thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the zeal. I appreciate the zeal, my friend. All right, we are caught up on super chats. All right, let's see it, PM. There it is. Even I was a target or a subject of the Julie Wig meme this weekend, and I'm all for it. Again, everybody has free range to come up with the most creative memes you can, even if I'm the subject of them. I love seeing it. I look lovely, don't I? Right? Like, I gotta say, I think the wig looks way fucking better on me than it does on Julie. That's just me. That's just me. I think it looks a little better on me.
I love it. I love the wig on you.
The
You
middle
look
is
like you'll be
parted.
hanging out. Yeah, you look like you'll be hanging out with Miranda and Henry back in the 70s. You look like
Oh, yeah.
hippie. You totally look
Hippie right here.
totally
Huh?
hippie, total colony house. You
Yeah.
probably be doing LSD with
Absolutely.
Miranda
I
and
want one of
Henry.
these now. I want one of these now. I think I got to go out and try and get me a replica. Yeah, I like it. I like it. But there we have it, folks. We are just 9 minutes away now from episode 7. And again, love the creativity. Love all the creativity that you guys have been showing with all of these fucking memes. Yeah, the middle part suits me, doesn't it? Right? From Let's Snatch Julie's Wig for $2.
Let's snatch Julie's wig. I
Yes.
love it.
MVP right there. That is the MVP screen name of the night. Hands fucking down. Let's snatch Julie's wig. Fucking love it. Absolutely love it. Yes, the middle part does suit me, doesn't it? It does. Again, I think it looks better on me than it does on Julie, but maybe I'm biased. Maybe I am biased.
Yeah, you give a certain vibe. I like the comments. Like Bill Chills says, Jeremy brings the grass to all the parties. Jeremy's the king of Colony House.
Yep.
You totally look like you would belong in Colony House.
Yep. Yeah.
I know you fancy yourself a Boyd, but I think you'd be probably high in Colony House most of the time.
I go back and forth. I go back and forth between the two. I wouldn't be locked down to either one. No way. I'm both. And yeah, we need a PM one next. Absolutely. Let's see what PM.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
You guys know what to do. Throw them in the Discord and we will always take a look at them.
He's just bitter because I found it. He's like, don't find it. I couldn't find it.
I couldn't. I wanted to show this yesterday, but I legitimately couldn't find it. I think it's hilarious. Again, I think I look great in the wig.
It's my phone screensaver. I love this photo.
I wouldn't hide from this. I embrace this. But yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. But there we have it, folks. We are 7 minutes away from episode 7 hitting our screens. So we are going to get ready to shut this down so everybody can have some time to get ready, get your drinks, get your snacks, get whatever it is you need to get into the Fromville mode. And I will throw the link to the watch party in the chat one more time. Our pal Ravener will be playing the episode right at midnight or just after midnight. As soon as it's available, he will be queuing it up and playing it in the Discord. There is the link to the Discord watch party right there in the chat. And afterwards, we will be right here diving into all of the craziness that is episode 7 of From. And we will see what exactly does this episode have in store for us. I think this is going to be a good one. I truly think that this is going to be a good one. I do.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a great one. And still, I'm a little bothered by how nobody's, catching on to Sophia, but I'm looking for Dolly Roger. What is Dolly Roger going to do? We haven't seen the end of him. What is he going to do? And yeah, you guys better not put any wigs on me in the Discord because I could delete. I have the power of delete. I could make fun of Jeremy all day, but I have no sense of humor about myself. I will delete and block.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. LFG, let's fucking go. Hell yes, guys. We are 6 minutes away now, 6 minutes away from episode 7. So we are going to get ready to close this down so we can go and get ready to watch the episode. So whether you're watching it on your own screens or whether you're hopping into the Discord, the link to the Discord watch party is in the chat. I will throw it in there one more time. Awesome stuff. Looking forward to seeing where this episode is going to take us, and I am looking forward to discussing it afterwards with each and every one of you. So I will see all of you guys in about an hour from now. After we're all done watching the episode, we will be right back here going live. Until then, stay safe, ladies and gents. Keep those tinfoil hats on, folks. Or should I start to say, keep those Julie wigs on, folks. And I will see you on the next one. Cheers.
Okay, ding-dongs. If you don't subscribe to Jeremy Ice and Fire, you're gonna spend the night in the box.